So I'm trying out just trying out some different outfits and trying to kind of, I don't know, I like I like that bohemian style. I like the kind of like layers on layers and the different jewelry. I don't like to be the same as everybody else. So I have gone through my closet and I found some old clothes that I had when I was a little bit larger because I've lost, I think it's 75, 70, no, about 77 pounds now I've lost. And so I don't know, I just wanted to change it up. So I found some clothing and this is one of them. It's kind of like, what would you call it? A sweater shirt. I think actually it's a bit of a coat. I think you wear clothes underneath it, but I'm not. So uh, yeah, I like this. It's different. It's got the buttons on the. I've had this for 13 years, and it's still in really good shape. And this is a necklace that I bought many years ago. I just love it. I got it really cheap, but I love it. Different, three different layers, and a pair of everything I'm wearing is thrifted. Absolutely everything, including the bra. In the well, no, I never thrift underwear, but the bra. Yeah, the bra is it's in really good shape. It was brand new, still have the tags on it. So everything I'm wearing is thrifted except for underwear. So the boots they're like Peter Pan boots. They're beige colored and they're really soft material. And I have a hard time because since I had my stroke, I get vertigo when I wear too high a heel. And I'm finding that the broadest part of my foot is kind of like I usually have a very high arch, and I still have that high arch, but the bottom of my foot seems to be widening, and so it's harder to wear my shoes now. I don't know if that's just lack of use, maybe not exercising my foot. Uh, you're supposed to do the twists and stuff like that, and I don't. But everything that I'm wearing right now is thrifted. Okay, so the shirt, the necklace I bought cheap at a thrift store, the jeans are thrifted, and the Peter Pan boots are thrifted. So yeah, everything. But I kind of like this look. This look is more. It's more like bohemian, and that's what I like. That's what I want to bring into my elder years, especially into my 70s. And I am only 65. But 5 more years and I'll be 70. Hopefully the good Lord keeps me around long enough to see actually what it's going to be like in my 70s. So I'm trying to stay healthy. I do have to get some supplements. I have ran out completely. I'm going to take a seat. So I did meet a young woman the other day. And I say young because she's a lot younger than me. And she works in the field helping people. And she is just a godsend. She's a godsend. I think the good Lord sent her into my life to help me because she helped me get so much done in a short period of time. And I'm in awe of this woman. So, um, just wanted to kind of kudos to her. And she is a real gem. She'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she is a real gem. And she is a gem that I'm going to keep close to my heart. So definitely, I thank you for the work that you've put into my my needs, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Um, I am today is a bit of a difficult day for me because there's a part of me that's excited about getting older and the fact that I'm still alive. I could have been dead many years ago. And, the fact is that there's a part of me that is excited about life. And then there's a part of me that is terrified. It's absolutely terrified. Um, that transition from being a young, vibrant individual, and I was for many years, for many, many years, I went through a very rough time of it, a very rough go of it. And yeah, so there's a part of me that is still kind of hanging on to the threat, okay? The threats of, homelessness and poverty and starvation and those things. See, there's a part of me because the elder people in our society are not well provided for. We're not. You say, oh, there's long-term care wings and there's retirement homes and there's funding for the government. Listen, the transition is not easy, going from even from your 50s into your 60s. That transition is terrifying. You look in the mirror and you see a different person looking back at you with an uncertain future, okay? And so it would be nice to have the people that are around you, your nuclear family, your extended family, to have that supportive network. Well, I don't have that. I never did. I never had that. I've always had to do it on my own. I don't have any brothers and sisters. I do not have any close connections with extended family, save for one cousin, and that individual has his own life going on. And so I don't have that close connectiveness, and you need that. You need that as you age. So forming connections within our community, um, social agencies, and even those people that work in those social agencies, they become our connectivity to the world, to the people in our life. They bring that acknowledgement of the fact that we are now seniors and our lives are going to take on a different role. We're no longer those vibrant young people who are, working and paying taxes, right? Think about it. Think about it. So, we're last on that totem pole. We really truly are in many, many avenues. And don't think that any of these highfalutin politicians that have a big retirement fund and have things put in place for their retirement, don't think that they're looking at us and think, well, what can we do for those people? No, they're not. No, they're not. They have to focus on those vibrant young people who pay the taxes, who pay their wages, right? So listen, we're not as special as you think we are. All that knowledge that we have and all those things. I mean, I know things that I would love to extend to my friends and my family, my grandchildren, my children, but they're important to me and it's knowledge to me, but perhaps to those individuals it's like, you know? Yeah, I mean, think about this, right? My children saying, it's just mom going off again, right? But the truth is, I've weathered the battle. I've been there. My supplementation is done with a purpose in mind. Yeah, my routines are done with a purpose in mind. And we went through this gamut where there is this herb that I take. And I don't have to take it often anymore because in my home, it's very serene. It's very serene. There's no shouting, there's no screaming, there's no arguments, there's no nothing because I live alone. And so it's very serene. And I hang my dream catchers. You have seen that. Everything in my home has got a calmness to it. But sometimes the outside world will seep in, and all those energies in the news and the violence and the robberies and that kind of crap, okay? If you can't afford it, don't frickin' steal it. Like integrity, morality, right here, okay? Anyhow, so I do take an herb called ashwagandha. And ashwagandha works to control your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, okay? And in times of heavy stress, you many times will develop an illness. And that's what happened to me. And I truly believe this. I developed cancers. And I had three. I had a melanoma and two carcinomas. And I'm very vigilant with my skin cancer, very vigilant to watch very carefully. I am finding some health issues that I hadn't noticed before. Okay, my skin is very, very thin. And, that could be because I do take a lot of cayenne and things like that to thin my blood, and that will thin your tissues, right? And so I bruise very easily. I got pinched hopefully accidentally a while back, and it left this bruise on my arm, and then all of a sudden the bruise turned red and it got really, really big. So I have to be careful about injuries to my skin. Okay, so yeah, but there is this herb that I take, and it helps control your cortisol, and it's called ashwagandha. And so I know that ashwagandha works because I've used it for, it was 8 years ago that I had my stroke, and I've used it for about 6 years. Yeah. And it's amazing. It works. It works, and it keeps you on a balance. It keeps you mentally and physically and emotionally balanced. And at 65, that's what I need because I get antagonized by the outside world and even by those people in my life that, they have a different way of living their life. And I see things and I think, you know, and so, time to pull out that ashwagandha, right? But it does work. And it also helps to battle addiction. It helps to bring the anxiety that you feel when you are heavily addicted to something. And I was a heavy smoker for 47 years. I haven't touched it for 8 years. It doesn't even fizz me. My mind, it just, I couldn't be bothered. And when I walk by someone who's outside and just a hoofing it into them and there's a cloud of smoke around them, I think, you what an idiot. I was one of those idiots. I was someone like that. I got sucked in by the system. And the system is about money and power. It's not about you or I, it's about money and power. Trust me, every single freaking time. Money and power, that's it. And so the companies that were making the cigarettes, they get rich off our illness, right? The healthcare system, it gets rich off our illness, okay? But you know what's happening is that there's so many people developing illnesses due to the chemicals in our water, our underarm deodorant, our hairspray, our hair dye, our makeup, okay? So many chemicals that it gets into our system and it screws our system up. Yeah, but who's making money off our illness? The companies that design the perfumes and the makeups and the underarm deodorants. I don't use underarm deodorant, and I don't have any issues with underarm perspiration at all. No smell, no nothing, nothing, no wet armpits, nothing. It's perfect. All I use is it's cornstarch, castor oil, and what else? Baking soda. That's it, mixed together, and a little bit under each armpit, and it works. It lasts like it could last all day, all day. Like I don't have to reapply it. Yeah. So, I'm learning things, right? So these things, I would love to be able to speak of them. I would love to be able to teach. Um, well, maybe not teach, but kind of like pass my wisdom on, if you would call it wisdom. I would love to be able to do that, but nobody really cares. Everybody likes this fast-paced world where you just go to the drugstore and you pick up a antiperspirant. It doesn't matter if it's got chemicals in, it's not going to affect you for years and years and years, right? Wrong, honey. As soon as you put that shit on your body or in your body, it starts to be absorbed by your body, right? So, and even I get such a kick out of it. There are beautiful women out there, women in their 60s and 70s, and they look like clowns. They look like clowns. They've got implants in their cheeks to make their cheeks have that firmness to it and get rid of the wrinkles. Well, you know what? My wrinkles, sure, it would be nice to have less wrinkles. But you know what? The castor oil's doing just fine. And I'm perfectly content with those wisdom lines, okay? Wrinkles, that's for clothing. These are wisdom lines, right? And they add to my character. They add to my personality. But you see a lot of people who undergo treatment or Botox. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad for everybody, but if you look at them, 90-year-old women and 80-year-old women and 7-year-old women popping that crap in their face, right? Life's not all about this, right? I find the most beautiful women are the women who have imperfections. There is a model that was married to Johnny Depp. Okay, she's got big space between the front of her teeth. Big gap. I mean, it's a massive gap. Well, you know what? It makes her who she is. I think she's absolutely stunningly beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there was a fella I remember from my youth. I remember being 16, 15 or 16. And it was my first experience in the back seat of a Volkswagen. I was a little bit of a wild child. Anyway, I was just enamored by this fella, totally enamored by him. He had a broken tooth in the front, and it was the most attractive thing I've ever witnessed. I used to like dream about this young fellow, right? I don't know why that ended. I think what happened is I think that someone in my family might have said something to that individual and kind of made that individual walk away from me. And I'm okay with that. And the walking away wasn't done very friendly, right? It wasn't a very friendly see ya later kind of thing. I was uh, I was shocked at what had taken place, but it is what it is. It's a learning experience, right? So the imperfection that that individual had, he had a broken tooth in the front. I thought it was so cute. Actually, I thought it was sexy, right? So the people who have little flaws, wrinkles, and smile lines, and like there's so many things. There are so many things. The people who have that character, those character lines, and that's what I like to call them. They're not wrinkles. They're character lines. They're wisdom lines. Okay, I find that attractive, and so. I mean, maybe I'm the only one. Maybe this is just me kind of shooting my mouth off. And there's probably some 70-year-old woman out there looking at my videos and thinking, "Who the hell do you think you are?" Well, this is me, and this is all you're going to get. And I'm not getting no Botox, and I'm not getting no surgery or like uplifts, or the boobies are going to be hanging down to the belly button eventually. And I'm okay with that because I like me. I love me. I love me. And that's why I have fun doing these videos. And if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But it also is a way of kind of passing off my knowledge to those people who at this point in time are really not interested in listening. And maybe someday when I'm long gone and crossed over to the great divine and golfing with Jesus on the other side, maybe those individuals on this earth will look and think, damn, maybe she knew what she's talking about. I'm going to have to look into that. Right? Or maybe they'll watch the video and they'll say, maybe one of my kids will watch the video and say, damn, Mom did keep in pretty good shape till the end, didn't she? Her mind was strong, but she was a little crazy. Anyway, that's what this is all about. These videos are strictly for my children when I pass, or someone out there who thinks, hell, she might have known what she was talking about. You know what I mean? Anyway, I am going to close this off. This was the outfit that I picked for today. I haven't worn this necklace for years. I wore this necklace the last time I had long dark hair. And I'll see if I can post a picture right here. I don't know how to do that kind of imprint where you put the picture on top of another picture. I don't know how to do that, but maybe it's the app that I have, the editing app. I got to get a new one. Anyway, I'll see if I can post a picture of that. And, you'll see the difference between, 5, 6 years ago and now. It's a big difference. But you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because I love this person. So I'll see you in the next video. The good Lord be willing.